Okay, he's here.
Yep, pulling in.
Pulling in. Oh, right there.
I think we might have found a couple of RVs that sort of check most of the boxes of what we're looking for. It's very, very different. This is hugely different for us from what we've been doing. And I'm kind of excited and nervous. And anyway, this is going to be a different experience. And so we're going to take you along. So we're going to go right now. Right now. My guard is up, right? Like my spidey senses are going off. I'm like, just my brain is like, okay, just be aware.
How do the seats feel?
The seats actually, I wonder if these are newer seats or not. The seats are actually really comfortable. Okay, so here's the deal. We've decided this is pretty much like time. This is time for us to do something different when it comes to RVing. And so I have been doing some research on Facebook Marketplace, RV Trader. I've been doing a lot of research. And I think we might have found a couple of RVs that sort of check most of the boxes of what we're looking for. So we're gonna go right now, and go check out 2 RVs. There's 2 RVs on the list. We're gonna show you what it is that we're considering, and we'll see if either one of these 2 that we're gonna look at are gonna really be like what we want. So let's go. All right, so here's the thing and the deal and why we are looking at a smaller RV. So yes, we're looking at a smaller RV. So the last couple of years, we've been RVing a ton in the state of Florida in the winter because here's the deal. Honestly, Florida in the winter is amazing. And the other thing is everybody else has figured that out too. So what we have run into during the winter months in the state of Florida is that it is hard to get a campsite if you are not like on it reservation wise. We've used RV a ton to pick up cancellations and we've had good luck with that. But in general, the other thing that we've run into is that there are some campgrounds that we really would like to stay at that do have a length limit on the RVs. And then the other thing too is that I can drive our RV. I do drive our RV, but I don't want to drive our RV like start to finish, right? So like I don't want to try to get it out of where we have at the home base, go take it somewhere, set it up at a campground by myself, and then bring it back and try to repark it and all of that, just because it's huge. It's like a bus. But if we had something that was smaller, like 23, 24 feet, I would feel comfortable doing that because it would be more manageable. In fact, we were just looking it up. This expedition is 18 feet. And so when we're talking something 22, 23, 24 feet, it's not much longer than what this expedition is already for just a large SUV. That is why we are thinking that we want to have something smaller. This isn't something obviously that we would want a full-time in. Like you wouldn't want a full-time in this unless that maybe it was just like you by yourself or maybe a very young couple. Just because there's not a lot of space. But for like weekend camping, our kids are getting older now. They're in their teen years. There's been times too where like Ben and Dakota have just wanted to go camping for the weekend. And so this would be something perfect that we could do that with. Our daughter doing a lot of softball tournaments would be so great. So this would just be really nice for a lot of things that we've been doing lately as a family and just enhance those experiences that we have together. Plus, the other thing is that this would maybe be something we could potentially rent out next summer. I don't know. So it's all things we're thinking about, but that's part of the reasoning why. So you'll have to let us know if you are in something smaller, if you're in something bigger, like what are your thoughts on where you're at right now with RVing? If you still like the big RVs, if you're in a small RV, what your experience has been. So we always love hearing what you guys have to say. Okay, so we're almost there. I just did some more digging on this guy's Facebook Marketplace profile though. And this maybe could be slightly sketch. So here's the deal is that he told me he wanted to meet us with the RV at a golf course because he said his HOA doesn't like when he gives out the gate code and have people coming and going or whatever. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can see that. But now looking at this guy's Facebook Marketplace profile, it looks like he's actually like sold several other RVs before. So now I'm just kind of like, my guard is up, right? Like my spidey senses are going off. I'm like, just my brain is like, okay, just be aware. So I think the thing is, and we've talked about this before too, is that before we would buy anything, we are going to want to have it professionally inspected by a certified RV inspector, because we're looking at purchasing something that is a drivable, that we would also want to have it inspected by like a mechanic's shop to make sure that there's not any issues. Or I mean, even if there are issues, that's not a big problem for us. We just want to know going in so we can negotiate things into the price if it needs repairs. So that's like the bigger thing. And now I feel like I'm like on hyper alert. So anyway, we'll see how this one turns out. We still have another one yet to look at today, and I'm hoping that that works out too, because we are at the time of year where we're just starting to have like less light, and obviously looking at an RV in the dark isn't optimal. So hopefully we can take a look at this one and then quickly move on to the next one.
We're just waiting here in this golf course parking lot for this guy to show up with the RV. He'll be here any minute. Okay, he's here.
Yep, pulling in.
Pulling in. Oh, right there.
It's a little guy.
Just a little guy.
It's just a little guy.
Cool. You might be able to fool with it and bring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like okay, no worries. Like, so have you, like, how long have you had the RV?
Since 5-6 months. We were just sitting in the driveway for a little bit. Said might as well give it to somebody who's going to get some more use out of it than we are.
Right. Okay. The service engine soon light is on. So the dinette, I mean, it's decent size sleeping here.
Soundbar.
Yeah, and then I assume this is probably a, jackknife sofa.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And then, this comes off for storage underneath.
Probably check it out.
Oh.
There's a TV and we got I don't know, a washer and dryer potentially, or clothes. A little bit of
Water damage.
water damage there.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
The
There's
roof would need to be
resealed.
resealed. The AC's pretty ancient.
Yeah. I mean, we don't mind working on
Would need to
stuff,
talk
but
it down. So, yeah, definitely would need work.
this is like some sort of jerry-rigged sound bar. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can turn. Yeah. Bathroom.
The bathroom. Oh yeah.
Well, this is small. This is actually like,
That's, you got a little seat there.
Excuse me.
yeah, and actually like almost like a tub.
Guess
Yeah.
what the engine is?
What is it?
It's a V10.
Okay.
Oh, V10.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, we got quite a
Lots
bit
of water damage. Lots of water damage. Water damage up there too, in the front cat part.
Yeah,
It's-
that's so.
There's like a puddle.
How do the seats feel?
The seats actually, I wonder if these are newer seats or not. The seats are actually really comfortable.
They're comfortable.
And as far as like the floor plan of this RV goes, because this slides in right now.
Yeah.
So like when you're parked and that slides out, you actually have a lot more space. Like I don't mind the floor plan. It's going to be really hard to find something with like a rear bed that's this short
Yeah.
because it's a shorty, and that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
It would be our second RV. We already have an RV. We've been RVing for close to 7 years. Like the very first RV we purchased had a ton of water damage because we didn't know what we were looking for. It's like it wants to start, but it's not starting.
Might be a little bit low on gas. Might have to make sure.
Well, yeah, we can't check the air conditioner or any of that without the generator, so.
Well, I mean, we could run it up to the gas station up the road if they want to put some gas.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely could. We have another RV that we were gonna go look at in Hunter's Creek after this one. That RV would need major work, like a lot of work. Like, so he had it listed for, well, he put on the thing asking $12,900, I think. And I was going into it thinking like that, okay, maybe 10, right? Like, cause 10 is about what I was thinking we would want to pay maybe without looking at it first. Dude, that thing was so rough. Like the service engine soon light was on.
Generator didn't start.
Well, the generator I don't think was
Because of
going to
the
start
fuel.
because the fuel was low.
Right.
It had
Leak.
hella water damage. It had water puddles in it. I mean, you guys just saw that. Like, we're going to go look at this other one. And obviously, it's not like we have to make a decision tonight or something. Like, we're not desperate for another RV. Here's the deal. Like, if we could pick that up for, like, super cheap.
$5,000.
And because we don't mind doing a bunch of the work ourselves, but we know it's going to be, like, a lot of work. So why don't you guys let us know? Let us know. What do you think the price should be, knowing it needs a ton of work? And here's the other thing. We don't even know maybe what more work it needs because, like, the service engine soon light was on.
Yeah.
So,
We'd
like,
at least
that-
need to have an inspection done on it to make sure there's no major damage.
We would just need to, like, have a lot more inspections done. And I did tell the guy that, and it had more water damage that I don't think he was aware of. I don't think he doesn't know anything about anything. So anyway, we're on our way to go look at the second RV. It's after dark. Obviously, it's not optimal. And before we would do anything, we would want to come back and see it in the day anyway. But at least we can go check out another one, check out the interior, just kind of compare, because that one was a 2003 model year. The one we're on our way to check out now is a 2002 model year. So it'll just kind of be interesting to see too the differences between, like, does it look like it's as rough as this one is? Has it been better, well taken care of? I don't know. We're about to find out. So this guy that has the RV we're gonna go look at right now. This is the one thing I like about Facebook Marketplace is that there is a review system, right? So you can review the sellers. So looking at his reviews right now. So first of all, this RV is one of 3 that he currently has listed. So he's selling 3 RVs right now. So obviously he doesn't own 3 RVs. I mean, well, like, these aren't his personal RVs, obviously. Unless he's just crazy like us, so they're gonna start collecting RVs now. But there's a review on here from February 11th of this year that says camper had a lot more damage than what was described, and when asked multiple times, making sure that there was only damage in one area, they said there was. The whole camper is damaged. But then he does have other good reviews, like, you know, so I don't know. I mean, but this one's pretty recent. And then his other review after that is on March 28th, and he doesn't have anything more recent than that. So, I mean, here's the deal. It's always buyer beware, right? When you're buying used. And just like I told that other guy, like, even if we were going to pursue something to even make an offer, I would still hire a professional RV inspector. And that's why, if you're interested in that profession, you can go down, see our friends in Texas for that. But somebody that knows, like, the ins and outs of what to look for, because there could even be more stuff that we wouldn't even think to look for, even knowing everything that we know now. And so you want to know that in negotiating a price, because at least this is how we feel about it. It doesn't necessarily mean that I would completely walk away from that, unless that I felt like the money we would have to put into it would exceed the potential value of the RV. If you can get it for a deal and fix it up, then it can be a really good deal. Just like with ugly houses, right? People that flip houses, they make money because they find something that is horrible and ugly, and they're willing to go put the time and the effort in to restore it, and then they have something that's valuable after the fact. So just got to be careful with all of that. But it doesn't mean it's a hard no yet. But it also does mean, like, as we're going into look at this next one, that we need to be, like, completely fully aware that this is not like grandpa selling the RV kind of thing.
So one thing that we're keeping in mind as we're searching for a new RV is that the first upgrade we can and will make is a new mattress from our friends over at rvmattress.com, which is the sponsor of this video. And cool thing, for the rest of this year, RV Mattress has increased our discount to a whopping 30% off when you use our link and our code. Now, we've been loving the mattresses and bedding products from RV Mattress and Brooklyn Bedding, and since we love hosting guests at the Glamper Hideaway, we wanted to make sleeping even more comfortable for our guests. So we recently gave our guest suite a whole entire makeover, including a new bed platform, a new mattress, sheets, pillows, all from Brooklyn Bedding. You can find most any size mattress for home or RV from them, and their mattresses are conveniently packaged in compact rolled boxes, which makes installation in an RV or at home really, really easy. Everything is shipped quickly and free from their Arizona factory, and they've added a few more new options like memory foam toppers for those hard to fit spaces in an RV, or the new Titan mattress for those of larger stature. RV Mattress offers a 10-year warranty on all of their mattresses and a 120-night sleep trial, so you can make sure that you are happy with your purchase. Visit rvmattress.com/grateful to save, or check the description below for our link, the details, and a huge thanks to rvmattress.com for their continued support of our channel.
All right, so that one is
Yikes.
also very rough. I don't know if it probably was not quite as well. Here's the problem. Somebody tried to renovate it and they did a horrible job. I mean, like, I think sometimes I look at like what we've done and I'm like, like, could we have done better? Probably. Like, this was a hack job on the renovation, like a hack job. So there's that, like, where you basically have to almost undo what somebody else did with like painting the cabinets and everything else. It takes really nice pictures, but it doesn't look so good up close. Here's the problem that I had with that. So first of all, the one that we came to look at, right? We get in there and there's obvious water damage, like the roof is rippling.
There's some water damage in there.
And I kind of pointed out to the guy, and the guy says to me, yeah, that's just from the humidity in Florida. And I'm like, dude, no, that's not. That's from water damage. Like the roof is leaking. That's what that is from. And then I go to the other side of the RV, and like the whole one side of the cabinet is like rotted, like from water damage, right?
Then they see that we noticed a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, then they
brought us to another rig saying there's nothing wrong with that one.
Yeah, well, if you want
But
this
they
one,
didn't say that, they didn't bring up anything wrong with this one.
and then, so they are dealers, right? They flat out said that, because I asked the guy, like, so I see you've got 3 RVs for sale on Marketplace, blah, blah. Oh yeah, we're dealers. Okay. So I'll give you that. So the other one that they showed us, yeah, it was nicer. I think he said, did he say it was a 07? I forget what year he said it was.
Yeah, it was no
Or did he say it was a 2017?
No, it was 07.
No, it was
07?
17, yeah. 07.
So, and yeah, it was nicer, but the front cap had some leaks on that too that would need to be replaced. Now, it definitely was in much better condition than the other, and that one actually had the rear bed, which I do like the rear bed if we could find the rear bed. Like, I wouldn't say that that's a non-negotiable, which is why we went and looked at the other 2 that didn't have their rear bed in the first place.
There's no way I'd pay that much for it, though.
But he wanted $21,000, and I'm like,
Nope.
no, knowing that it needs the work that it needs.
No.
And so, I don't know, like, I'm not going to say I'm like discouraged, but I'm going to say, like, there's a bunch of crap out there. And if you're looking to buy an RV, holy cow, buyer beware. Make sure that you get this thing inspected. I mean, just like this guy tried to tell me, oh yeah, that's just like from the humidity. Sorry, but I'm going to call, horse pucky on that, because I know better. But if I didn't, and I just bought his little line, and that's just dishonesty. Like, we don't want to do business with people that are dishonest. There's plenty of other honest people out there.
Yep.
So we'll be looking for the honest people. We'll be looking for maybe something that does check all our boxes. But a huge box for us is we're not going to buy new. We're going to buy used. We're going to buy within a very small budget, because experience is over things. And we do not want to leverage ourselves financially with a large RV purchase, and we won't go into debt, so we will be paying cash. But we don't want to leverage ourselves with taking a huge chunk of our financial world and putting it into something that's going to go down in value. So that is definitely a non-negotiable. And can we find this unicorn we're looking for?
Why would you refer to it as a unicorn?
I'm just going to have to say to be continued on that. To be continued.